Hello, Aries. I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com, and this is a special bonus read for you. It's a love read or a soulmate twin flame read. And so I'm going to go into your story, what's going on in your love life at the moment, and your person. So whether that's someone you're in a relationship with now, someone you've got your eye on, or the next relationship that you're going to get in that you haven't even seen yet, never mind met yet. And so it goes for any of those. The reason that I'm doing these bonus reads is because I've got a half price reading sale this weekend, the weekend that I'm publishing this. So if you're catching this video on that weekend, you can get a half price personal read with me, a soulmate twin flame reading. And so it's 3 pages long. I get all of my readings out within 24 hours of you booking them. I'll pop a link up there for you to book in for that. It makes it 75 Australian dollars this weekend instead of 150 Australian dollars, which is about 50 American dollars. So great bargain to be had there. Aries. What else? Oh yeah, I've got a competition going on at the moment. So I do all my readings from this bag, and I've got all of these cards in there. Let's see, I'll get you one out. We've got fulfillment. So the little cards like this, bag full of them. If you can guess how many cards are in this bag, be the first one to guess correctly, you can win a private reading with me worth 150 Australian dollars. So to enter into that competition, all you need to do is be a subscriber to my YouTube channel, click like on this video, and at the end, when you've watched it all, just leave a comment about how you resonate with it, what you got out of it, and guess how many cards are in this bag at the same time. If you guess correctly, you will win that private reading with me. So good luck with that, Aries. So let's go into it. Your story first. So I'm going to do your story. I'm going to do your person's story as well. Now, this could be switched around. In some cases, it's switched around. If you're resonating with the other one, if that's definitely your story, then the one that I'm saying is Aries is your person too. So that happens sometimes, just because we're mirroring each other, right? So we can have those stories kind of mixed up. So it could be the other way around. So let's have a see what's going on for you, Aries, in your love life. First up, you've got release guilt and I am that. So you weren't who someone else wanted you to be, Aries. How dare you? How dare you be yourself when somebody else wanted you to be who they wanted you to be? So you were in a relationship before, or you're in a relationship now, or you've just got out of a relationship with somebody who did not love and accept you for who you are. They wanted you to be different. This could have been a highly critical person, someone, yeah, always putting you down, or just always nagging you or wanting you to change, change, be someone else, be someone else. And maybe you tried changing yourself, and then you realized you are who you are, Aries. You are, I am that, I am that. And so you were feeling guilty the whole time for not being who they wanted you to be. And now I feel like you've got out of that and you're thinking, what the hell? I am who I am. I am who I am. So you're getting back to who you are. So it could be in that relationship, you kind of gave yourself up a little bit and you tried to be who they wanted you to be. You kind of believed in them and their version of you, or yeah, their like ideals, their projection of who they wanted you to be. That's not what relationships are about. It's not about getting together and then changing someone. We should be like waiting for the person that's right for us, and get into relationships, getting to know them. And if they're not the right one, you don't try and change them. You just get out of there, and then you look for the person that is the right one. That's why it's important to get to know people before we actually commit in a relationship, before we actually get into a relationship with them. And so it could be, it's the same for you too. If you've got into a relationship like this, Aries, and now what they didn't wait to get to know you, to who you really are, and then say, oh, you're not the person that for me, because it's this idea in my head, they're the person for me. You must have done the same thing too, because they weren't the person for you if they were doing that. And so you weren't clear on what you wanted. You didn't get to know them first, and you let them in. So you were both doing the same thing to each other. So instead of feeling guilty for not being the person that they want, or feeling guilty for getting into that relationship in the first place, Aries, you need to ask yourself, what did I do? What did I do wrong to get into that relationship? How didn't I get to know them first? Why maybe you weren't clear on what you wanted in a relationship, and so you just let anybody in. Or maybe you rushed into it and didn't get to know them first. Or maybe you didn't talk properly and communicate properly first in what you wanted in their life and who you are. Maybe there's a bit of a people pleaser in you, Aries, and you tried to portray the image of the person that they wanted, so that you could be in a relationship with them. Of course, that's going to backfire, isn't it? Of course, they're going to expect you to be that person, that the image that they've got in their head, if that's what you were showing them, if you were trying to impress them by pretending you're someone you're not. So whatever it is in you, you need to figure that out, Aries. What got you into that relationship, what you did wrong, because not to feel wrong about it, not to feel even more guilt, right, Aries, but so that you don't do it again, so that you learn from that and don't do it again. So that's key in your love life right now, and it'll be key for you getting into this next relationship or making the current relationship that you're in work. If it's not that, like if it's that relationship, if you're in a relationship right now and it's that relationship, get out, get out, get out, run. Aries, what's going on for your person? Not that person. That's not what we're going to talk about. That person. We don't need to talk about that person, right? They're not the one for you. This is your next person. This is the right person for you. Not necessarily a twin flame or your soulmate. Could be a next lesson relationship to get you on that path, to teach you the next thing, or for you to learn that next thing, to get into your twin flame soulmate relationship. Oh, look at them. They're meditating and creating. They've got this spiritual side to them, your person, and they're getting into the law of attraction stuff. They're meditating a lot. They're maybe doing vision boards and writing a goal list down and writing the soulmate list down. They could be doing that stuff too, but meditating a lot and creating that life that they want. So they're getting really clear on what they want in a partner, what they want in a lifestyle, what they want in their life. It's like they're ready for a new beginning now, your person, and they're getting really clear on that. Meditating a lot. That's great. This shows that this person deal with their stuff. They do it within themselves. They've got a strong inner game going, this person, which is perfect because you don't want them, when they're going through, if they're triggered in some way, they're going through something, or you trigger something in them, you don't want someone that's just going to project that stuff onto you, do you, Aries? You want someone that sorts their self out, that owns their own stuff and deals with it within themselves. Well, that's what you've got in this person. So if you haven't experienced that before, Aries, you got that coming to you. That's really good. It's going to be a breath of fresh air. I'm hearing for you, Aries, being partnered with somebody that actually looks after themselves and looks after their own inner game and doesn't put it all on you. So this isn't someone that's going to want you to change. This is more someone that's going to, when you trigger them in some way, they're going to go within, they're going to meditate, they're going to sort that out within themselves. So much more mature kind of relationship that you're headed for next, Aries. So you're releasing the guilt for not changing in that past relationship. Yeah. Let go of that pretty quickly, Aries. Wasn't the right relationship for you. So if you're holding a torch for that person still, maybe you like critical people. Let it go, Aries. There's something way better for you. Someone that will appreciate you. Look, you got I'm appreciated and guidance. See, you're headed towards someone that will actually appreciate you for you. And to get into a relationship where you are appreciated for yourself, for who you really are, it's like being around your best mates, right? The ones that really love you for who you are. You can just be yourself. It's relaxed. It's easy, right? You can do anything in front of them. You can fart in front of them. It's all okay. You're okay. You're okay. You're enough as you are. In order for you to get into that best mate kind of a relationship, when your partner is your best friend too, and you can truly be yourself, and it's easy, requires you to appreciate yourself first. So this I am appreciated. Yeah, you're getting the guidance to appreciate yourself now, to see yourself for who you are, to be okay about yourself. You're okay, Aries. You don't need to change. Don't believe that person in your past. You don't need to change. You can just be yourself. Yeah, just imagine. It's how your best mates think of you. They're cool with you being yourself, right? You need to be cool with you being yourself in relationship too. So however you are with your best friends, you're cool about them loving you as you are, right? And then you approach a relationship and you try and make yourself look better than you are? Or make yourself look different in some way? For what? For what, Aries? You see your romantic relationships in the same way as you see your best friend relationships, and it's going to go a lot better for you. So learning to appreciate yourself, you're getting guidance in that at the moment, not just through this reading. You'll be getting signs and synchronicities and all kinds of things coming up in your life to show you that too. Now that could come up as criticism. And so when we're self-critical, or when we're judging ourselves, we tend to attract people that will mirror that back to us. And so it could be you're being given signs from outside of yourself, showing you how you're not appreciating yourself. In that past relationship too, that was a mirror to you as well. Of what you're doing to yourself. But yeah, you're going to have that guidance coming in. You've got that guidance coming in. And so sort that stuff out, because this relationship is waiting on you sorting that stuff out. For you to Be cool with who you are, release the guilt for not being who you're not, and then to approach relationships in a healthy way. Not trying to impress them, not trying to show an image of perfection or something like that. Yeah, stop all that trying to impress people thing. Don't do that anymore. Just be yourself. You're looking for someone that's going to love you as yourself. So you've got to appreciate yourself. So they're meditating and creating what they want. They've got friend and freedom next, your person. You know what? I just giggled to myself then because what flashed into my mind was like a Thelma and Louise thing, like best mates, and then they like drive themselves off the cliff. This break for freedom with a friend. What? They are they're meditating, creating what they want, but they're breaking free of the life that they've had with a friend. Both breaking free at the same time. They've got someone by the side, not a romantic partner. It could be opposite sex, it could be same sex, whatever, friendship, but it's just a friendship. But they're making this break for freedom together, like Thelma and Louise. Breaking free of something. They're meditating a lot. Maybe they've gone on retreat together or something like that. They changed their lives significantly, making a break for freedom. So, yeah, this person is changing their lives, which is a good thing, right? So that's how they're going to come into your life because they're changing things up. That's when new people come into our lives, when we create some space for someone to come into our lives. I don't really feel like they are actively looking for someone for a relationship at the moment. This is why this friend card has come out. Like they're with someone at the moment, not a romantic partner, a friend, but they've got someone by the side at the moment. So it's that nice energy. They're letting the love in even when it's not a romantic love, but they're letting someone be by their side. So this is kind of a whole person that allows themselves to be loved in different ways. That means that there's someone that's not going to put all the pressure on you just to be everything to them, Aries. They're not going to come to you for everything. One of those, it's not going to be one of those high pressured relationships where they just expect you to be their entertainer, their emotional support, their counselor, their buddy, they're not going to look for everything from you. They're going to have friendships, and let things in. So they're a rounded person. That's really nice. They're making a break for freedom. I wonder what was going on for them to want to make a break for freedom. Maybe they're just like over the life as it was. Maybe it's the instigator of this change has been this whole virus thing that the world's been going through, and so they've maybe something has changed in their work or something. They're with a friend, of course. So if they're like living with someone or sharing with someone, a friend, they'll be the only person that they're hanging around with in this lockdown. It could be really getting a close bond with that person, deciding on this break for freedom, especially if both of them don't have work now, and deciding to change their lives completely as soon as things are opened up. It's that kind of thing. Got a very close friend. Whoa, I wonder where this story's going. But they've got like an adventurous story. I like this person. I like this person for you, Aries. You got a lot of inner work going on at the moment, Aries, releasing guilt, appreciating yourself, that guidance, You're kind of in a healing phase at the moment. What else is going on for you? You've got allow blame, Aries. So you've got this guilt thing going on for not being the person maybe that you pretended to be. Maybe if you're honest, you were kind of pretending to be that person, pretending to be the right person for someone, and then they blow up because you're not that person and you feel guilty about that. So this is saying that allow that blame to come in. I think maybe just in this reading, you're realizing how you created that past relationship and you're allowing that blame in now, allowing yourself to be blamed. Okay, yeah, I did that. It's a very honest, very humbling place to get to when you realize your part in something. It wasn't just them. Yeah. All your friends might be saying, oh, they were terrible. They were always trying to change you. But when you're honest with yourself and you go, yeah, but I did kind of pretend to be that person they wanted when I first met them. That's very empowering. That's a very empowering place to be when you're okay with being wrong. You're okay. You're allowing the blame. You're allowing yourself to be to blame. You're taking your responsibility for it. It releases you from the whole burden of it. You don't need to feel guilty if you realize how you did it, and it breaks you free from that whole cycle so that you don't do it again. Or even if you try and do it again, you'll pick up on that. You'll be like, oh my God, I'm doing it again. I'm trying to impress this person that I'm on a date with. I better stop doing that because they're going to think I'm that person. And do I really want to pretend that I'm that person for the rest of my life? No, I want to be myself. I want to be with someone that's like a best mate to me. So you've got an intense learning phase going on at the moment. Allowing yourself to be to blame. It sounds like a negative thing, but it's not. It's a really freeing thing. It's admitting that you're wrong, admitting to your faults, admitting to your flaws, and go, oh, yeah, tripped up there. I won't do that again. I might do it again, but I might become aware of it a little bit sooner when I'm doing it and pull myself out of it. It's that kind of energy. You're learning. You're living and you're learning, Aries, which is great, you know. So that past relationship is the stepping stone to this relationship. What is this relationship? Is it the stepping stone to your twin flame relationship, your soulmate relationship, or is this the one? Can't feel it yet, but let's have a look. Let's go deeper into it. They're making a break for freedom with a friend. It's cool. It's cool. Yeah, they're getting past this. So they've got what you resist persists and gentle okayness. So they're getting past their resistance. So of course they're making a break for freedom now in their life. It means that they chained themselves down before. So a part of them chose that. Like you're both getting real with yourselves at the moment. And you both really are getting real with yourselves of how you created what you created. That's why they've got that meditate and create as well. They're meditating a lot and creating what they want next. But it's by being brutally honest with themselves and go, oh God, yeah, I created that. I made that happen. I did that thing, and that's what the result was. So they're being like real clear with themselves about it, realizing that they were resisting before, resisting the freedom that they always wanted, and they're willing to go for that now. They're being okay about it too, like being okay about being flawed in the past. Got to do that, right? To let go of it. You two are kind of mirroring each other at the moment. You've both got a lot of inner work going on, ready to step into a new life, a new beginning. Seems right for the astrology right now as well. It's in line with that. So I feel like you two could be coming together very soon, maybe as lockdown is lifted. Okay, we're pretty much out of it here. We're about to open up from the final stage of it now. Yay, freedom. But I'm pretty much living as I used to live before on this little island. Yeah, so maybe when lockdown ends, you're both going to be ready. You're both going to be ready to step into this new thing. I'm not picking up anything in your life is particularly changing big. It is in their life. So maybe you are where you're at and you're doing something that you really love or whatever, and they make this break for freedom and they end up in your path, in your location, that kind of thing. Could be that. But they're getting rid of their resistance at the moment and being okay with their past and what they chose before, the chains, the binds that they chose before, and so that they can actually free themselves properly. So you can free yourself a little bit, right? You can give something up or leave a job. But if you've not freed yourself from the emotional implications of that, of feeling bad about it and all of that, then you end up just going to something that's the same. They're actually getting rid of that resistance too. So they're doing the inner work so that they can make this break for freedom and do it properly. They're releasing the chains and releasing the emotional chains so that they've got this new beginning. It's just perfect. I love that. I really like them. Aries, I want a relationship with them. You can't have them. I want them. Okay, so before I finish this reading off, I just want to let you know I'm doing things a little bit differently this time. And so as soon as I've finished this reading, and we've got a little bit more to go, I'm going to do a written deeper dive reading to go with this. So this is for people that aren't ready to get a private reading with me for whatever reason. But they want more information about this. So if this is resonating with you, if this is your story, either side of it, then you're going to want to get that deeper dive reading. So it's just like a personal reading, but it's to go with this. So it's for anyone that resonates with this. So you'll get the same one. But yeah, however many people resonate with this is for you. And so it's just $10, that one, 10 Australian dollars, which is about 7 or 8 American dollars, much cheaper than my private readings if you want to get that. And it'll go more into like things like how you're going to meet, what other issues they've got going on, or deeper into these issues that they've got going on, things to watch out for in the relationship, how you're going to deal with them, it's your stuff as well, and how to release all of that too. And so yeah, very helpful reading to get alongside of this if you're resonating with this. So back to you. You're allowing yourself to blame. You're seeing your part in it, right? Which is great. Now you've got doubt cancels abundance and be still, keep quiet. And so there's a fearful part of you that's doubting abundance, maybe fear of lack, maybe you don't feel successful enough, or like you've got enough money to do something. It's that kind of thing. Maybe you've always been in the mindset of kind of fighting fires, dealing with life, whatever life throws at you, instead of meditating like they've got, meditating and creating the life that you want. So getting focused on what it is that you want in your life. So you just kind of been dealing with whatever's come up. Now, this probably applies to relationships with you, Aries. And so you're like kind of waiting to be chosen. When someone chooses you, you get in a relationship with them kind of unconsciously. And then you deal with the problems that are in that relationship. You deal with everything that shows up instead of getting really clear on what it is you want, positive lifestyle, everything that you want in your life, getting headed in that direction and creating it in your life. And so this is saying, when that doubt kicks in, that fear kicks in, you need to be still, like keep quiet. In other words, you need to meditate. You need to meditate to clear your mind, because it's all going on in your mind. The fears are in our mind. It's in our ego mind. It's that part of our mind, the ego, that is fearful, and it wants to protect us from those scary tigers, right? But the thing is, we don't have scary tigers around us anymore. We have like romantic relationships. We have these very subtle things, but it still triggers that scary tiger part in our brain. Our brain like sets the alert system off, going, they're going to kill you. They're going to kill you. This person you're attracted to. If you ask them out, you will die. That kind of thing. And so you've got this doubt of abundance. So it's like, you don't have enough money. That's how your ego is alerting you. It's scaring you, right? To try and protect you. And so when that happens, you need to quieten your mind. Now, this has come up in this because it's got something to do with this relationship, yeah? So maybe this person has got plenty of money, doesn't have that fear kind of thing. And for you to be a match with them, you need to release this pattern of fear that you've got about abundance, about money, success, abundance, that kind of thing. Now, this could be your fear of people being available to you in relationships. This doubt and abundance, it can be, there's no one out there for me, all the good ones are taken. It can actually, your abundance could be about relationships in this. So that could be your doubt, and you need to release that and quiet that part of your mind down to even meet this person in the first place. Because the universe can only give you a match to what your beliefs are. If you've got a strong belief like that all the good ones are taken, you're not going to be able to meet a good one that isn't taken, because you're constricting your reality. It's like, okay, universe, only show me the bad ones that are taken, or the bad ones that aren't taken, or the good ones that are taken. Don't show me the good ones that aren't taken, when you've got a belief like that. And so that could be your doubt and abundance. So you need to quieten your mind down, meditate, quieten your mind down, so that it doesn't keep on going on and on. You know, when we meditate, we can hear our mind, we pay attention to what's going on in our mind. So you get to hear the ego, you get to become aware of the ego. And when it starts screaming at you, all the good ones are taken, you can become aware of that and say, ego, you're trying to protect me from the good ones, the bad ones. What are you trying to do there, ego? What are you trying to protect me from? And you can start questioning it like that and quieten your mind down so it doesn't do it so much. You quieten your mind down by listening to it, by becoming aware of it in that way. So that's a bit of a block that you've got going on, Aries, is that doubt and abundance. It's going to stop you from getting into this relationship. You need to deal with that to even get into this relationship, to even meet this person, because they're out of bounds at the moment. They're outside of your belief system. They need to be inside of your belief system. So be more open to what is possible, the amazing things that are possible, the amazing relationships that are possible. Think about it, Aries. If you think that they don't exist, if you think that all the good ones are taken or something like that, then you think that you don't exist. Are you thinking you're taken, or you're a bad one, or what? Like, if you exist, your partner exists. Absolutely. Your match exists. In fact, many, many, many more matches exist. There's 7.7 billion people on this planet, and we all exist. And so we have counterparts there, for sure. There's no one exactly like us. You're unique, Aries. There's no one exactly like you, but there's a lot of people that are very similar that you have a lot of things in common. So they do exist. Let go of those beliefs. Right, they're on this break for freedom. They're sorting their inner game out. They're letting go of that resistance, being okay about making these new choices and the old choices that they made too. They've also got grace and communicate. Nice, the grace card. It's magic, it's miracles. As I said, they've got this adventurous thing going on. They're stepping into that. Maybe they haven't had an adventurous life before, but it's been in their heart all along. And now they're making this break for freedom. Conditions in the world are just right, helping them to make this break of freedom now because it's perfect timing. And grace. So that's when grace happens, right? When we're on the edge of a cliff, we're ready to give it all up and to follow our heart's desires and follow our calling or follow that path of mystery, the unknown. It's when we take that leap of faith, right, that grace really happens. Grace, signs, synchronicities. It's like when we start seeing 1111 or those repeating numbers. We get miracles, and it's just like life starts playing this game with us. Abundance comes in as well, everything that we need at the right time. And you just feel like the universe is playing with you, and you realize that there's more to reality than that boring, mundane, lockdown life that they used to have. And so this is really good for them. It's like the universe is communicating with them this grace that they're going in the right direction. They're going in the right direction for you too, because they're going to meet you there when they have this adventurous life. So are you an adventurous one, Aries? Or are they going to bring out that side in you too? They're definitely coming to you. They're the one that's in flux. I feel like you're more fixed. They're the one in flux, and they're coming to you. They're going to meet you where you're at. Wow, that sounds good to me. Does it sound good to you? If you want more information about how you're going to get together, about more stuff that's going on in there, in yourself, in them, get that not biggest book, get that a deeper dive reading that goes with this. There'll be a link in the description box there for that. If you'd like a private soulmate twin flame read with me, you can get one of those as well. So if you like this reading, please click like and subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment. What did you get out of that? How does it resonate with you? Was it the right way around, or was it switched? Guess how many cards are in this bag to win one of those readings? Leave that in the comments too. And yeah, Aries, if you want to book in for one of those private readings this weekend, they're half price. There'll be a link right around there to book in for that. Have an awesome weekend, Aries, and I'll see you next time. Bye.